This is Mike next to me, and why I've got him captive, his one and only role in my YouTube channel is to eat the food. And he does that pretty well, to be honest. But what he doesn't find delicious never goes on the bird channel. And Mike, what did you think of that hazelnut, strawberry and Nutella gâteau I made?
Well, that's definitely one of the best cakes I've ever eaten.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
What would you give it out of 10?
Well, that's a 10.
It's a 10?
That's a 10.
Wow, there you go. It's that good.
Well, you have to like hazelnut though. I love hazelnut.
Well, you wouldn't make it if you didn't like hazelnut, right?
Thin layers of hazelnut meringue cake are sandwiched together with whipped cream, Nutella and red ripe strawberries. Plus, this cake is 100% naturally gluten-free. First, grease and line 2 8-inch springform pans. I like to lightly flour them as well. And preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, conventional, no fan. You'll need 4 egg whites that have been carefully separated. The yolks aren't needed for this recipe. Using a clean, dry bowl, start beating the egg whites with a pinch of salt until soft peaks are starting to form. Think soft serve ice cream. The top of the peak will droop over when you lift the beaters up. Then gradually add 1 1/4 cups of caster sugar, 1 tablespoon at a time, roughly every 10 seconds. I usually add a spoonful and then count to 10, and this whole process should take about 4 minutes. When you've added all the sugar, the meringue should be thick, smooth and glossy. Using a spatula, fold in 130 grams, which is 4.5 ounces of ground hazelnuts, aka hazelnut meal, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and 2.5 tablespoons of black coffee. The vinegar and the coffee help enhance the meringue structure and flavour. If hazelnut meal isn't available, you can make your own by grinding blanched hazelnuts into a fine powder using a high-speed blender. Divide the meringue mixture evenly between the 2 pans and bake for around 35 minutes. Once done, remove from the oven, release the sides and let the cakes cool on the base. While the meringue cools down, prepare the filling. Start by whipping 2 cups of cream until it's nice and thick. You also need 2 punnets of strawberries, about 500 grams. I like to slice 1 punnet in thin slices, and that will go in the middle, and the other punnet I slice them in half for decoration on the top. You'll also need some Nutella. Now, Nutella is quite thick by itself, but if you just pop it into the microwave for 30 to 60 seconds, it will really loosen up and be of spreadable consistency. The meringue is very fragile, and I found the easiest way to remove the meringue is to put it directly on the serving plate. Lift up the serving plate and then release the first meringue. Spread this with a thin layer of Nutella or your favourite chocolate spread, then dollop and spread about 2 centimetres of whipped cream over the Nutella. Top with the punnet of strawberries that you have sliced thinly, and then take the second meringue layer and then just tip it on the top upside down. And a little bit may fall out because it is fragile, but don't worry, we're going to spread the whole lot with cream and it will disguise any little holes. And spread the second meringue layer with more Nutella. Cover the sides and the top of the cake with the remaining whipped cream. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just do your best and patch up any holes and smooth it all out. This cake may appear delicate at first, but once refrigerated, it comes together beautifully and it solidifies, becoming surprisingly sturdy. Now it's best to refrigerate this cake for several hours or even overnight if you can. Overnight is better. This gives the flavours time to come together beautifully and the cake structure. It will not be so fragile. And here it is the next day, a stunning hazelnut meringue cake. Decorate with the punnet of strawberries that you've cut in half. I didn't have quite enough strawberries to cover the whole top, so I just put a line down the middle and piled them on one another to make it look a little bit rustic. Now at this stage you can leave it as it is, or you can dust it with a little bit of icing sugar for decoration. The icing sugar will weep eventually and it will go glossy, but my favourite way is to warm up a little bit of strawberry jam and gently brush the strawberries with the jam. It just looks that little bit more special. This cake will last quite a few days in the fridge and it actually gets better, but it's so good it probably won't make it that long. Mike and I never argue, and we almost had a little argument over the last piece of cake. Thank you so much for watching. If you do try this recipe, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how it turned out for you. See you next time and happy cooking.